welcome back to another story time.
On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Dance floor pro, I know, you know, I go psycho when my new joint hit. Just can't sit, gotta get jiggy with it. That's it, now honey, honey, come ride. DKNY, all up in my eyes. You got a Prada bag with a lot of stuff in it. Give it to your.
On a scale from 1 to 10, the girls 100 and I want it. No question, I know destiny well, and know I sin the Lord bless.
So, but you guys have heard the news over the big J. Cole album, and so I did stay up till 11 o'clock to listen to it when it first came out, cause I like J. Cole, right? So until I was like, dang, this is so fire, pretty cool, amazing, I really like it. But then, because I was like tired, right, so once I wake up in the morning and I listen to it, I'm like, I don't know about this one. So I keep listening it throughout the whole day, and so I see this thing, and I'll read it to you. So the album begins as J. Cole saying he doesn't want to live anymore. And so basically he has two songs. The first one is like, it's off. It's not J. Cole. It's a little weird. So I get that. But this is all real. So as the story goes on, there's this fire song Deja Vu that everyone likes. And so he meets a girl, right? Like Deja Vu, whatever that means. I don't really know. And they fall in love. So he has this whole story about how they fall in love. It's called She's Mine Part 1. So as the album goes on, he has like one more song, Viral Mentality, and that's about his friend's daughter, and I'll tell you about that later. And then he has a daughter, and that's called She's Mine Part 2. So that's why She's Mine. That's why there's two parts. And then, so on the last song, he is rapping to his daughter saying, sorry if you're hearing this album, I'm dead. The life in the streets got to me. So, then this person that wrote this realized something. It's not about J. Cole, it's about J. Cole's friend. And so J. Cole's friend was stealing in the streets, and that's what the kind of whole album is about. How his neighbors think he's stealing in the streets, and he's actually not. They think he's a drug dealer, but he's not, and they think all that stuff. And so he got out of the streets, but his friend was still in, and so on the last song, he was rapping to his own daughter. It was him. No, it was J. Cole rapping to his daughter. And then J. Cole, at the end of the song, like straight out just talks to his daughter and says no matter how cool he was or whatever, it talks about how his dad is dying and his life in the streets. He died from his life in the streets. His friend set him up. But so the whole album is basically about his friend's life, but it's still J. Cole's life. Everything that happens throughout the album to his friend technically happens to J. Cole as well, because they both meet a girl, they both have a baby, but the difference is J. Cole gets out and his friend dies. So the album is called For Your Eyes Only, and so he wanted to share his friend's life, and so that was the For Your Daughter's Eyes Only, for his daughter's eyes only, because it was about his friend's daughter that died. And so I'm going to play a little bit of the viral mentality of the daughter speaking.
Won't be long.
I didn't go to his funeral.
Not a bad beat, right? Pretty good song. Sorry if this isn't focusing. So
When my dad died, he got shot.
he got shot because his friend set him up.
His friend set him up. And I didn't go to his funeral.
And so I don't want to get copyright. So she just talks about that whenever his mom gets mad at her, like yells at her, and she gets mad at her mom, and then she goes to her room and wish that dad were there. And so there's this song Neighbors, and it's about how his neighbors thinks that he's a drug dealer, and thinking that it's like the cops show up at his door, but they're showing up at his friends' bars, because his bars are the jail, like bars, like the jail cells of his friends, because most of his friends are locked up, so the police showing up at their door, literally. And Folding Clothes is talking about his daughter, like folding clothes with his kids, because he wants to do that because his friend can't. And yeah, it's just kind of crazy how it's about his whole friend's life, and like it's so whack that it's actually a real story, because most of the songs today are just about strippers and drugs and whatnot, and so this one's actually like real, and like that's why it's not as good to us, because that's all we listen to is poppin' mollies and whatever, instead of actually like real stuff, people actually dying in the streets, people getting out of the streets, people being racist. It's pretty real, as J. Cole's new album is, but it's pretty deep. Like, most of the songs are okay. 1 second, someone's calling me. Hello? Hello? So, it's not that good of an album, but I can see why it's like that, and it's more relationship, more into it, more real, per se, about it. So, me and my friend Gerardo were just talking about this, and I want to call him right now and see if he wants to say anything about it. You're on the vlog right now, so I want to have your input, because Gerardo, we were saying exactly the same thing, so I'm just gonna basically set Gerardo up, and then I'll record Gerardo. Alright guys, so here's my bro Gerardo.
When it first came out, I thought the album was straight fire. I was like, wow, this is really nice. It was worth the wait 2 years. And I kept listening to it all day during school, and I kept feeling a sad vibe, but I didn't really pay much attention to it.
Right.
But then, when my friend Sam Levy over here posted a post on the Insta, and I read it, explaining basically J. Cole's whole album, about how he was talking about his friend and his daughter and all that stuff,
Right.
how he died,
Yeah.
and it was basically like a tribute album.
Mhm.
It really set a new point of view to me in the album. Now I feel like I shouldn't listen to it, and I should, but I don't know. It was just weird, cause I didn't really know it was like about his friend and the daughter. And when Sally posted that, I understood why every song is called, why
Right.
She's Mine and Deja Vu, and
Right,
why the
yeah.
album is called For Your Eyes Only.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all I got.
So yeah,
And it also makes me think about like other rappers.
right, like the people that are popping right now, like 21 Savage, Lil Uzi Vert, whatever, because that's what they talk about, popping mollies and smoking weed and whatever. But J. Cole's album, I don't know if it's gonna go down in history as one of the best. It wouldn't be unless it was explained, which it was. So yeah, that's just cold. It's like it's hard to get your mind around that actually happened, and that's what the whole album was about, and that's for real. So
Bada bing, bada boom.
yeah, so alright bro, peace out, say bye to the vlog, because this will be the end.
Alright then, vlog. Yeah.
Alright, see you guys.